Hi, this is Chuck Swope with Win Life Success Coaching, and welcome to day 9 of the 40-Day Gratitude Challenge. The title of today's lesson is Feed the Good Wolf. So, as I mentioned, we're on day 9, and we've been focusing on good habits as well as being more grateful each and every day. In fact, every day up until now, and every day hereafter, we'll be essentially focusing on the same thing. This is about getting the right mindset every single day. So let's get started. One way to change a habit is to first determine its polar opposite. Then focus on the opposite day in and day out while resisting temptation to do the wrong thing. In other words, focus and work on the new habit and resist that old habit. So even though this may seem repetitious, that is entirely the point. It's the best way to change. For example, if you're looking to get in shape, it just won't happen overnight. You have to create a habit of eating properly and going to the gym on a regular basis. Through repetition and time, you will eventually obtain the changes that you desire. Recently, I spent lunchtime with a longtime friend talking about goals and dreams. We were obviously having a great time catching up because 3.5 hours plus 2 lunches later, we decided we needed to continue the conversation the next week. During our conversation, he said something that I can't quit thinking about. Paraphrasing, he said, "I've decided to stop doing those things that are counterproductive to who I want to be." For example, you spend your time going to the gym, trying to get in shape, yet you eat bad and drink a couple beers every single night. Don't get me wrong, I am not condemning anyone. My point is, he's right. Why would you take one step forward only to immediately take one step back? It really doesn't make sense. Yet we can all probably easily find the same counterproductive activities in our own lives with regularity. It's almost like we have two people inside of us. One who wants to do right and the other who wants to do wrong. This reminds me of when I was a kid. Do you remember the old cartoons that depicted the devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other? The devil is whispering in one ear and the angel in the opposite ear. The devil is suggesting sin while the angel suggests goodness. One is temptation and the other is the moral high ground. Do you ever feel this way in real life, stuck in the middle? Let's look at a Bible verse, Romans 7:15 through 17. It says, "I don't really understand myself, for I want to do what is right, but I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate. But if I know what I'm doing is wrong, this shows that I agree that the law is good. So I'm not the one doing wrong, it is sin living in me that does it." Let's look at a story. It's called the story of two wolves. It's said to be a Cherokee Indian legend. An old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. "A fight is going on inside of me," he said to the boy. "It is a terrible fight and is between two wolves. One is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego." He continued, "The other is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. That same fight is going on inside you and inside every other person too." The grandson thought about it for a minute and then he asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed." There are two people living inside of you. One is the positive, strong, self-disciplined, confident you, and the other is the negative, weak, undisciplined, insecure you. We all deal with these two people inside of us. There is a constant battle that's taking place. The Bible says it's the battle between the spirit and the flesh. We feel torn between what is right, things that support who we want to be and should be, and what feels good, things that are wrong, counterproductive to who we want to be. And often the other you, the bad wolf, wins. Even though we know what we're doing is wrong or could have consequences, we do it anyway. It feels good to be the bad wolf. But most of the time, we don't like the results. Feeding the bad wolf holds us back. It keeps us from being who we want to be. Have you ever caught yourself saying something like, "Why did I do that?" I'm sure you can relate. You see, you let the bad wolf win. So, what should you do with your bad wolf today? The answer is quit feeding it. Quit feeding the negative, weak, undisciplined, insecure you. Learn to say no when confronted with temptation that keeps you from being your best. Walk away from the bad things that you know will only hold you back and stunt your growth. When you turn away from the bad wolf, it just gets weaker. Learn to keep the bad wolf down and out for the count. Give life to the good wolf, the grateful you, the one that's positive, strong, self-disciplined, and confident. Keep your focus on the right things. The more you feed the good wolf, the more good things you'll experience in your life. So today, I'd like you to make the following declaration. Say, "Dear God, thank you for giving me the desire, courage, and strength to say and do the right things. Today, I declare I will only feed the good wolf. I will only say yes when it is right and no when it is wrong." Now, I'll leave you with this thought today. How much further would you be? How much more will you become if you simply stop feeding the bad wolf and let the good wolf grow? This is Chuck Swope with Win Life Success Coaching, and I will see you tomorrow with Day 10.